Yeah, I've even some, and maybe it's a self judgment too, but there's been points where I've asked myself, and I feel like it's been, it hasn't been said to me, so I really can't say I feel like it's been like this, but vanity. Like I feel like, am I doing this because I want to look better, or am I doing this because it's part of my journey and it's part of what I need to do? And I struggle with that a little bit because obviously I'm a lot more fit now than I was a year and a half ago, almost 2 years now. You know what I mean? So why'd I do that? What was my initial motivation? Because halfway through I could have stopped because I lost like 50, 60 pounds. But then I got some news where, someone that was very close to me was getting bullied. And like that pushed me another 65 pounds down the road. You know what I mean? So, but why'd I start? You know what I mean? Like, why'd that trigger me? Like, what triggered me to start my journey? Like,
Right.
so I kind of understand where you're coming from, where it's like, they're like, oh, all these hours, like, why are you doing this? Like, they don't understand. Like, have you ever asked yourself that question specifically? Like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, pretty much every day, man. I still
Yeah.
ask myself that question, and it's a very serious question. Very, it makes you reflect a lot in what you do in your life. And I mean, even now, I mean, before going to sleep, I always ask myself, why am I doing this? Why am I still waking up so early and putting the work and training and all that? But like I said, there's something in me, like you were talking about, like a spark, that ignition that it give you the motivation, or not the motivation, but just the drive to lose more weight, not just maybe 20, 30 pounds, but you went beyond just the 20, 30 pounds, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, to me, it's just want to be the best I can possibly be, and going back to
Yeah. And that's the journey, right? And if it manifests itself physically first, I think it manifests itself physically first, or it almost has to. I don't think it can manifest itself mentally or emotionally first. I think the physical part of it has to come through, or at least for me, that's how it was. I wasn't, I wasn't getting the best grades in school. I was getting good grades though, don't get me wrong, A's and B's, but I wasn't excelling and adding value to my classes and into my environment the way that it was. It was, what can I do just to get that good grade? It wasn't, okay, how do I improve myself, my surroundings, and my area as a whole? And how do I bring value to it? And now that's my mindset. And that's the mindset shift that I've had since I've lost all this weight and I've been on this weight loss journey. So, did you feel like, how was that for you? Like, did you feel like your mental was better beforehand and then your physical got better? Like, how was it?
think you need evidence first. You actually need visual evidence first to actually improve your mental ability and your emotional, you know, habit, or your emotional status first. So what I mean by evidence is showing that you can actually, get some muscle, you can lose the weight. You actually got to see that evidence first, or you win a competition, or you win this, or you finish a task. Once you complete that, then your mind starts to change, your perspective and your whole, even your spiritual and emotional aspect also changes and improves. So I actually agree with you. Like, you gotta first see it. In your case, you actually saw the weight loss, and that gave you more energy, more drive, and mentally it gave you more confidence, gave you the ability to also maybe even influence others while you were also during the journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you find throughout your journey at all that you did other things other than just like losing weight and getting more in shape?
What do you mean by that?
Like, were there any other value adds that you had along the way? Like, I know you started your being a personal trainer, you started a brand. So tell me a little bit about that journey and how that was added to you while you were losing weight and getting more in shape.
Good question. Obviously, I wasn't thinking about being a personal trainer or starting my fitness training business. At that point, it was just for me, and I just wanted to prove myself that I could become better, and not just this version of myself, but I could become a different, totally better and completely different person. So the other things that I had also, not just physically and mentally, is just my comfort and my confidence to even speak with you right now. That's just something that's just the first time that I wouldn't have done it like years ago if I was at that moment, because I wasn't feeling like confident to even speak in front of a camera or with you. That I'm sure a lot of people is going to see this. So the main thing to me that I got is just confidence, and the not giving any, what
Yeah.
people say and think about you. That's the main thing too.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually, when I was younger, I struggled with a speech impediment, and I would stutter. I would also mix words together. I've grown out of that now. I try to speak very clearly, very consciously, and it helps me articulate my words better, helps me articulate these conversations better. And I feel like it was a blessing in disguise because I had to work at it. I couldn't just go through life and just not have any issues with that. It was something that I had to make an effort to change and to make it better.
Absolutely. And that's something that happened to me too. Something similar is uh, I didn't have any like speech impairment or any issues like that. It was more like the confidence to even speak
Mm.
to a small group of people or a big, audience. It's just something that I just didn't have the confidence and the strength to do it. Again, going back to fear, I was afraid
Yeah.
of embarrassing myself pretty much. That was just the thing. And today I'm just so confident that I mean, if you tell me go do a presentation with a lot of people, or you got to negotiate with this, super important person, I'll do it. I mean, I'm so confident to even take myself to places that I'm not so experienced to, but I still do it because I feel like I can do it now and have more confidence to do it.